What's going on, everybody? It's me, your game master, Adam, and we are going to have a wonderful time here on Cinematic Epic. It's, as our intro says, it's the Tournament of Gold, and we are in its final chapter. Some drama will commence, decisions will need to be made, and it will be glorious, and it shall be golden as well. But to make these decisions, to get through this story, there are a few ways, that we tell it. First of all, it is the narrative that I weave with the NPCs, the world around the players, and all the things that they can interact with. Secondly, the decisions the players make, how they interact with their thoughts, their words, their expressions, and their character actions, and of course, and sometimes most importantly, the dice rolls. Every 20 and every gloriously golden one. I may favor ones more than 20s, especially when they roll the ones. There's one last important thing about Cinematic Epic, and that is you are always welcome to try. No point is agency ever taken away from our players. They're always welcome to express themselves however they see fit. One of the other ways that we bring this experience to you is using Tabletop Audio. Tabletop Audio is a fantastic website. You should check them out. It's a great way to get music, sounds, and just that extra drama to your sessions, whether you're playing at home or online like us. Check it out. Last time on Cinematic Epic, our party finally really claimed something in the tournament. They'd been scraping by for a little bit. They had lucked their way through the oceans. They had scrapped together and had the benefits of gods in the challenges of fire. However, in this one, at every turn, the party made the right decisions. They stuck together, and other than the poor NPC companion Sneed, every single one of them has made it through. On top of that, for whatever reason, when they touched the glowing emlet in Allware, they were taken to the Amethyst Queen. Where they actually were, the party has no idea, but they found themselves immediately under her assault. But in this contest of strength, she was the one found wanting. With her slain, a great enemy of the Golden City laid in ruin. However, as Healith notes, not by the hands of the Golden City, having seen that Veld looked oddly prepared for a conflict that never was given to him. Will the party put that all together? How will they fare with this new weight put upon them? There's only one way to find out, and that's to bring the party in and see their glorious faces. Look at that glory! So we need to introduce some characters, though. We need to make sure that first-time viewers know who we are. And so first, we're going to start with Thala.
Yes, Thala. Look, I said glorious faces indeed, because here we are. Now, my name is Alicia. I'm playing the character Thala. She is a adventurer, gallivanter, Neridari from the island of Lunar Port. She stands at 6 feet tall. She has blue-green skin with hardened blue-green scales that cover said skin with webbed hands and feet. Well, as he said last time, you know what? I feel like we did a lot better than we probably thought we were going to do. We're not going to lie. We were all a little afraid. And we all saw places. I know, I definitely saw a place, Thala, not me. Thala, look, I had never been there before. It felt familiar, but I had never been there. And it was, honestly, she doesn't remember much from her childhood, so I'm not surprised. But I'm interested in what's going to happen today, because if it's anything like last time, we might be near death, but we'll make it.
Yeah, well, that was the treachery and joys of Allware, seeing everything past, present, future, alternates, everything all in one little space. Every decision, the weight of every moment. But we have another character to introduce, and that is Mina.
Hello, I'm Miru, and I'm playing the character of Mina Graves. She's a Treekin, which is a druid-like creature from the island of Mistkeep, and she is 6 feet and some inches tall, with bark-like skin and deep emerald green eyes. And let's see. Yeah, feeling good-ish about last time. We did better than Mina probably thought they were gonna do, because she's always a little bit salty and underwhelmed, but we'll see what happens this time.
Perfect. Yeah. We saw some of that negativity as well in Allware. We saw some different versions if things hadn't played out quite the way they had, where this character took a darker turn. So it's fun to see. It's fun to see. However, a plucky adventurer, though a great weight lies on his shoulders, or perhaps in his backpack, that is none other than Healith.
Hello, my name is Ian, and I will be playing Healith tonight. Healith is a Guardian Cerberus human from Norlock. It is a farming community, and he is 6'3". He's tall, he's lanky, he's got brown hair with red streaks in it, and he's got bright green eyes. And last time was terrifying. To see his life kind of flashed before his eyes, to be unexpectedly saved by Sneed was kind of shook him to his core of remembering what being a hero is meant to be. So he's kind of like, oh, am I doing everything I am doing? And does he struggling to feel like himself still as the weight begins to apply its pressure?
That's fair. That's fair. Again, a lot is on his shoulders, and I'm really curious to see how a few things are going to play out. But for that to happen, we have to introduce one more hero, one more who shall strive to get their wish, and that is Akama.
Yeah. How you doing? My name is James. I am playing Akama. He is a Stygian Pioneer Harbinger from Veloma. He's 5'8". He's got bright green eyes, and his markings are remnants of tattoos that run from his right hand up to his face, and he wears a half face mask. Last time was we almost died. I almost saw my boy die. It was really could have gone south. We having to have this fight, but was feeling good because I had a direct hand in us getting to the win. That felt good up until we ended up into the other place. But worried is all I got to say. He's worried, but he got to keep going because that's all there is. He tries to make the best decisions he can.
Yeah, that's all any hero can hope to do. That's all any hero can hope to do. Now, before we get into today's session, we do need to check on our resources. What gold, what tokens do we have at our disposal for the party?
I got a few dollars.
We've got a decent spattering, we're not in the worst spot, so we've got some wiggle room. That's the important part. But without any further ado, I think it's time for this session to begin. We're going to start this real quick with a miscellaneous dice roll from each of our party members. A miscellaneous dice roll from each of our party members.
Oh,
I don't like
I
that
don't like
start at
this.
all.
Nope.
Oh shoot.
Oh, I don't.
I
I'm
hope
not
that's
too
good.
happy.
Oh, that's
Okay.
good.
Second, so
It's
Helith
decent.
17, 15 Thala,
Oh,
12,
hell.
comma, 5 Mina. Perfect. So each of you finds yourself in this predicament. A thought runs across all of your heads as you're going through this experience together. But let's set the scene. With these rolls that you just have, Helith, right now, you stand on your feet, your armor dented, your breath heavy, but you're ready for that next round to come in. You're ready for the next exchange of blows. Thala, you find yourself a bit more shaken up. Your hands are starting to cramp, and you're trying to, like, in this moment of downtime while you and the party stare down your foe, that you stretch your fingers out as all of this casting repetitively has really put a strain on you. Akama, you're stretching and popping out one of your arms, getting yourself back into shape. You go to stand up and you kind of stagger back to a knee for a second before you are able to force yourself all the way to a standing position. Mina, you find yourself on the floor trying to get just to a seated position, but after the last exchange of blows, you're finding yourself just drained of your potential, of your magic, of your abilities, and you just desperately try to get each breath in to reset yourself. These trainings had been happening more and more frequently with Aegis, as each one of you knows that you have to push yourself to the absolute limits if this plan is going to work. But something that weighs heavily on each one of you is the fact that in all of the trainings you've done, and this puts the count now at 6, you're still struggling to fight one member of the Phoenix Court.
Oh, yeah.
Albeit Aegis has been known to be the strongest of the group, it still feels worrisome to each one of you that one member is still causing you all so much. In fact, at no point during any of these trainings have you ever had Aegis on the back foot for more than maybe a few seconds at best. All right. Ready for the next round?
Oh, God. Oh, are we all fighting him all at the same time?
Yes, you have all. It's always been a 4-on-1 that to this count so far. You have not taken a single bout.
Oh, God. This is not looking good. Okay.
Helith breathes determinedly and kind of takes a moment to kind of look at the others and be like, okay, I have to do this. I have to do this. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Actually, let's grab a sidebar real quick with Helith.
Oh, damn.
Sidebar.
Which is precious.
One of the things that has been weighing privately on Helith is, especially during these exchanges with Aegis, the more intense the fight gets, even when you don't have the Ironstone blade on you, as you have been requested by Aegis to not even spar with him. You find yourself in the intensest moments where you're exerting yourself to the most extreme, that this lust has started to trickle out, where if you even get Aegis to bleed, you feel this like fever almost to attack it more, to want to see this destruction, which has you finding yourself in these odd throttle moments where your aggression overstays its bounds and forces you into a less than savory position. and we can return to the party. All right, let's get a miscellaneous dice roll for each one of the party members to see how this round of training fares for each one of them.
Oh man.
Can I add anything onto
Yay.
this miscellaneous roll?
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, damn!
Oh,
all right.
okay.
Damn, son.
Well,
And no, this is a purely narrative dice roll. This is encompassing all of your bonuses already. And so while there are no mechanical bonuses to it, that's just being evened out by ages
Hey,
aside.
man.
This is more cinematic.
I'll throw a cinematic on it next time. I don't know,
he's
man.
like,
I don't want to be all sad.
As the next round of combat picks up, Healith, you take the brunt as is normal, and you hold your own for the first few attacks. But as Aegis has done on multiple occasions, at first, as you're fighting like feet to feet, you're able to keep up relatively decently, or at the very minimum, keep him in one spot, and then he sprouts his wings. And as he takes it to a three-dimensional plane that you just can't deal with, you find yourself quickly like reaching and grabbing for his feet to try to keep him from flying to other members. This time, you and Thala manage to combo a bit better, though, as Thala starts using her attacks, not necessarily to try to hurt Aegis, but to pin him in a space where Healith can keep him engaged, like throwing maybe like slower attacks that are easier to dodge in predictable spaces, but in a place that makes it so Aegis has to avoid that for a time. This works decently for a bit as Mina and Akama get into position to try to lay out their damage. But as Akama goes to like ready himself and commit himself in, he draws blood for his next summon, and it's just too much for him, and he collapses to his knee, and the blood like trickles out into this monster that kind of goes like and just like puddles into blood as Akama tries desperately to get back up. He thinks to himself, at least I'll just fire my bow, and as he grabs his bow and pulls it back, his arms just give out and he collapses onto his face.
Going out sad.
Mina
Going out sad.
starts to send out roots, but Aegis casually throws his shield out in her direction. As it spins, the fire picks up more and more, casting aside all of her roots, and it takes all of Mina's like focus and ability to, like, as the shield impacts on her, to not have it just send her flying off into oblivion. With the fight down to Thala and Healith, Aegis quickly lands back on the ground and engages Healith in direct one-on-one combat. For a time, again, Thala and Healith keep this bout going until Aegis pulls a different trick out. He latches on to Healith directly and engages him in a brutal, just strength to strength. Thala thinks, he's locked in one place, I'll just start damaging him. And Thala just starts ripping out every spell she can. And you watch as Aegis is getting pelted and pummeled. He starts to bleed, but he just fights through it. Something about the Phoenix Court's energy just lets him continue. You watch as some of the wounds across his face just heal in the same instances that he's taking the damage. And then finally, despite all of your roaring effort, you finally give out and collapse. You find yourself just kind of on your knees, grunting and willing yourself to get back up, but no fight is left in you. Aegis turns towards Thala, who just keeps sending more and more attacks at Aegis, but the attacks are becoming weaker and weaker. What was at least causing him to bleed now starts to move his hair a little bit, clean or polish his armor. He gets to Thala and he just gently places his hands like on yours, and you feel your hands get like warm and they feel like they dehydrate with his touch. And then casting feels like a forlorn thought.
I would try to stab him. Anyway.
We're not
Sorry.
making the progress that we're going to need to make.
Yeah.
Even with the Ironstone blade. I worry for all of you. Perhaps, yes, we should seek out partners for each one of you. That you can train more thoroughly more often, instead of having to meet only in seclusion with me.
Not that kind of partner.
So, this decision shall be, well, nonetheless an important one. But I trust each one of you to pick the best training partner or mentor that you can.
Oh, shit.
And so, let's start with Thala.
Oh,
Over
Thala,
here, like,
as you think about like the people that you have around you, a couple of people come to mind, and one is more of an offering than just like a thought. So Thala, your choices for training partner / mentor are
ooh. Damn. I guess at the same time, I'm over here like, what more could I learn from Angwin unless I learn how to do something completely new? When we don't have time to learn something, I don't know.
I mean, maybe you learn something cool. I don't know, man.
So I'm saying, what more can I learn from Angwin?
This is a decision that each of you would have the chance to mull over with each other. This isn't just being made like in this moment. So
Okay.
while Thala, obviously this decision is up to you. If any of the other party members feel like they have something that they would want to express in character about why you should pick one or the other, you may do so now.
It's the only thing I could think of, and it has to do with Angwin, is like I said, unless I can learn something new, but at the same time, is it too late to learn something new? Would it not be strong enough to actually help? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
Solely because I'm over here
Maybe.
like, I already have a 5 in water.
who knows what we might need to be able to help deal with all the Phoenix Cord. Like, there's just, you saw how it is against just Aegis. But
Skem does a
I
lot
don't know.
with strength and weapons and things of that nature. He has a lot of sharp, pointy things.
But
I have a lot.
Angwin is, or was, the Archmage of Ambervale.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking, unless I learn something new, because obviously he's still really powerful because he's doing this whole, complicated spell thing. Okay. I'm glad I had a little bit of time to think about it.
All right. So which one are we choosing?
You said I didn't have to choose right now.
Oh, no. I meant that in character, your character wasn't choosing like in the moment. You, however, do not have the same luxury. So you must choose right now.
Lies.
get bamboozled.
I know. The betrayal.
I think there is a going with England is basically the wild card. You don't know what it could be, but it could be something good. Going with Skem is something that is going to be, it's going to be something for, maybe if like people will get past the magic, maybe he'll help you with something then. You know what I mean? Like, you have some skills you can learn to deal with people that get close to you or something.
You know what? Skim, that actually might be a better idea, solely because remember, with what's his name? What's the guy's name? Is it Ballad? I always forget his name. Remember, magic
Velm.
doesn't really hurt him with
That's
his
true.
armor and stuff.
Velm.
Oh.
So maybe learning more magic won't necessarily be the best route in
I
the
mean,
long
at the same
run.
time, it could be
That's
that,
a good
or
point.
you could maybe Angwin, whatever Angwin shows, you could help you make your magic sharper so that you could damage people like Aegis better, because you were hurting them, but it wasn't quite enough. Maybe he could make your magic do more.
Yeah, because I guess, well, because what's the name? Velm, he's on the Golden City team, not the.
Yeah,
And we are talking,
they're both
and we are
problems though. Both problems.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Thala, what do you got?
We're gonna go with Angwin.
Perfect. All right,
Look,
and
he's not gonna feel slighted. It's fine.
so as you interact with Angwin through your trainings, one of the things you find in your trainings with Angwins is it's absolutely brutal. It almost feels like when you get back to training with Aegis and the team, it almost feels easier than what Angwin's having you go through. Angwin throws everything in the book at you. Angwin, on multiple occasions, almost kills you. You find yourself lying there with limbs or arms like missing, scales blasted into oblivion for him to do something that reverts you back to full health, or have a stone that can heal you, or a scroll that lets you like return to the beginning of the day as far as like how you feel.
I
But
expected nothing less.
in every other way, the training with Angwin is exhausting, brutal, but efficient.
Mm-hmm.
Next up on for the decisions, we have Mina Graves.
Yay.
So your decisions, here they are.
Oh.
Oh. Hmm. Um.
And again, the same thing. This isn't for the character, is not made in the moment. So if there's anything that any party member in character would like to say, you may do so now.
See, I'm trying to
This
figure
is
out.
tough.
Yeah,
Because you got the 3.
I
I
mean,
Yeah, I was like, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
you got. Thing is, I don't know what Deep Bark is going to teach you, but I don't think anyone
It's
else
a
could teach you
spirit
whatever
walk.
that
That
is.
Yeah,
Very
that's
true.
kind of what I'm thinking. And he's already, I mean, when I was attacked by, I think it was Velen, the power of Deep Arc was able to throw him back.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel
That's
like
true.
that is making me lean towards him.
Because again,
Yeah.
and I don't think I don't think there's anyone alive who can teach you what he
Yeah.
can teach you.
That's true. The only other
That
thing
we
I
know
can
of.
say, I mean, I've heard of Sequoia, and I know that her magic, she used her magic in a similar way to you.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's appealing to you, but that's the only other thing I can think about.
Yeah, she would be my other option because the flower on my head also absorbed the Hedera, or the power of the Hedera. So it might be good to just like, I don't know, maybe that would have something to do with what she would be able to teach
Yeah.
me, but I don't know. I think I'm
Velm had
leaning
a-
towards. Sorry,
Velma had a
Logan.
similar flower at
Oh.
Recession.
Well, that's because he was supposed to go get he was supposed to get her, and he didn't make it there. That's why he was mad.
Yeah, because my horse was too fast.
Yeah, he was supposed to be there to get and he ain't make it. That's why he's salty.
Hmm.
It might be beneficial to just get that spirit to Sequoia.
But we're training. We don't even know if that's gonna happen, and that happens. We're training. This is Adam. Don't assume it's gonna happen.
I mean,
My
honestly,
assumption is that if she doesn't, Veln's gonna try and take it.
yeah. I'm leaning towards Deep Arc just because what is a spirit lock? I mean, we kind of know, but like, not really. You know?
I mean, yeah, what you said earlier was true. Deep Arc did repel
Yeah.
Veln.
He
That's some
did.
powerful stuff right there.
Yeah. All right. I'm going with Deep Arc.
All
We'll
right.
make it to Sequoia.
Deep
We'll make
bark
to
it is.
Yeah.
She said, "You're not taking this flower from me over my dead body."
All right. You find a level of tranquility being able to take these moments with Deep Bark. While it's not as rigorous, and it does mean that as you re-interact with Aegis, it's a jarring experience going from these moments of peace, calm, quiet, and being able to operate on a very comfortable treekin pace. Most of the time as you interact with Deep Bark, you only get through but a few words, but each interaction has enlightenment in its own ways. While you don't feel physically stronger or trained to some new fighting form, you find yourself growing in other directions. Some that have not yet come to fruition yet. We'll see where these paths take you as you continue to interact with both Deep Bark and your training with Aegis. Next up, to make the decision, is none other than Healith. The paths and choices that lie before you are...
Dang.
Okay.
Also, Healith, where'd the top of your head go, man?
I'm sorry, I just had a lot of thoughts.
You're good. I just thought it'd be funny to say that.
I'm just like, train with your parents. We baking cookies.
I mean,
Biscuits.
that could be just a... You gotta think, as a hero, you gotta know what you do it all for, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And he's been through a lot. Might be good for his mental health to go train with his parents.
Oh man, this is
Is
difficult.
he even happy anymore? He's just...
I mean,
some of these thoughts for Healith, thinking of continuing training with Aegis, has some obvious appeal. Though the lighthearted persona of Russ seems comfortable to interact with. You haven't dedicatedly sparred with him, but you've done a couple of bouts. However, just going back to your roots and your parents feels like something that could have some real value to it. As one of the nights as you're sleeping and you think about returning to your roots, you get this feeling of someone walking towards you. And while you know it's not a physical appearance, they don't just appear in front of you, another path, another option does exist for Healith.
oh, what the...
Healith, on the night of having this feeling, someone walking towards him, wakes up and he sees a face in his mind of another path.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Whoa.
Another
like a trap.
path he could
Him.
return to. Something. from
But
his
why
past.
he got the Tavish armor on?
You ain't got no faces stuck in him. Come on now.
But look, it's that little chest piece right in the middle. It's too similar for me.
And
I
just to
don't trust
clarify one thing, the party may comment on Aegis parents and
Of
Russ,
course.
but unless Heath brings up the idea of Ithos, that is not one that the party is privy to. Just to clarify.
Had a feeling. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, I mean, training more with Aegis seems like it has the obvious, just being stronger and stuff, kind of implications. But I don't know. I don't know how you feel about that, or is doing double time with Aegis. That sounds just terrible all by itself.
Yeah, it does. I was gonna say it is more of, unless you feel like more of the same would help, but I guess it wouldn't necessarily be the same because it would be one-on-one.
I mean, I guess if I think about it more, it makes sense.
That sounds worse.
Maybe you would want to get more rounds in with Aegis, just because
I
with the
have
way
to
you
get
fight,
more
being
rounds
up
in
close,
Aegis.
to the Phoenix Corps people, everyone that you
I
fight
have
is going
to
to be
be-
like that.
If I can stand better against Aegis, it stands better against them all. I have to go against Aegis. Home. I can't save home as I am now. I have to get stronger. Heath will train with Aegis.
Because fuck that nigga Ithos.
All my homies hate Ithos.
As your trainings, one aspect of the Aegis training that you was overlooked as you made your decision to continue with it is that the only times you can train with Aegis are when the party meets with him in secret. So your training sessions now are doubly long.
Mm-hmm.
As the party,
fun.
shakes off their injuries and heads back to their homestead here in the Golden City, you get but 15 minutes to rest before your one-on-one training with Aegis begins. And something about these one-on-one bouts, he feels more content to really show you the might that he can muster. You see attacks that he doesn't do during all of the interactions with the party, as he just comes at you from every angle. He throws his shield in violent explosions. You find yourself being thrown off your feet constantly. In one of your training bouts, he threw you into the air, and then the entire fight that you had with him was as you fell on a timer, but he just flew by you, showing you how much he can change the scope of the battle with but a single decision to toss you into the air. One of the other things that he shows you is that if you don't keep your mind steady and protected, he can use the Phoenix sight to know your next move, as you've already been tapped into it by the other members of the Phoenix Court. And so one training session, for the entirety of an hour, you swing attack after attack with everything you can. Aegis never even blocks an attack, but you never land a strike. Each time that you miss more, you find yourself getting more upset, more caught in the moment of this interaction, and with it, you find he dodges you easier and easier.
They got the shotting gun on your ass, boy. They looking into
Shotting
the future. They got your ass.
Oh no.
Damn,
That's later to understand that reference.
But not least, Akama, you
I'm
now
scared.
must make your decisions. The choices that lie before you are... to set one thing for the party real quick, the party, you may comment on Epsilon and Ace. These are the two that are most apparent with you. For Akama, Okram has been like meeting with you in private, letting you know how things have been going in your hometown. He has a few things we'll cover a little bit later, but he brings good news, albeit with some things I'll let you react to in a little bit. But one of the things that Okram also talks about is the fact that there's no one who understands the magic that you're trying to wield better than him. And who better to train with, than someone who can be anyone in just a... And he becomes the spitting image of a Phoenix Court member just like that.
Is a good sell.
But again,
it's a damn salesman.
But again, unless Akama brings up Okram, the party may only comment on Epsilon or Ace.
And got me feeling like when I got into that crippling debt when I was playing Epsilon. That's what I feel like right now. It's
how does Epsilon fight though?
That's the fire magic normally.
But
Well, how does he fight? Does that change?
I guess I don't know. Yes and no. I guess I'm thinking. I don't know. I guess my is like your training. I feel like either you're trying to get stronger and/or learn something. But that's just me. And I'm thinking, unless magic is something you already do, which you kind of, but not with fire. I mean, if anything, I guess you could learn to dodge. But I'm not sure.
That's what I was thinking too. It could be good. Like, I can imagine maybe one of these Phoenix Court people, maybe they're doing some similar kind of stuff. I would imagine that might be true. But I don't know.
Ace seems scrappy.
Yeah, I don't really don't know what Ace does, to be honest. I really don't think that, I don't think he would know. I don't think he'd know anything about this man in terms of how he fights.
Well, you could ask.
You have, in your interactions with Ace, albeit limited, you have not seen him exhibit any fighting ability or potential similar to that of Discord. Training with Ace, you would imagine, would be more about interacting with a hero in a similar power vacuum as yourself to like hone abilities rather than like test yourself against something new.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically,
Like,
do I
he's a
do
cool
the
dude,
immersion
but-
training? Do I do the immersion training with Epsilon? Do I do the hidden power training with Okram? Or do I do just regular fighting man stuff with Ace?
Are you talking to us or are you just talking?
I'm just saying this out of character.
Okay. Because I was about to ask.
You were about to get hit with all 100 questions, just like, what have you been talking about?
Questions.
Like who? What?
Exactly.
Where? Who?
You and where?
Where?
Well, who?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
Is
feel
that
like
why you didn't show up to the cage fight? Bruh.
I feel like he's gonna think about it. Kama's gonna think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he is gonna go with that man, that evil man. Yeah, he can't tell nobody. He can't tell nobody. He's going. I gotta go talk to this man Okram. I need. It could be the thing. You know what I'm saying? It could be the.
Perfect.
It could be what I
This
need.
motherfucker here. This motherfucker here. Oh look, that charisma.
As
That charisma that I keep bumping.
as you fight, if you train with Okram, one of the things that you immediately notice about him is he wasn't just pretending when he said he can just be anybody. As he takes on these personas, his whole fighting style changes, as if mimicking someone is second nature to him. as he's the draconic one of the group. He's far more noble and straight, casting spells, but vicious in close combat. As he's the orc of the Phoenix Court, he's brutal. He claws at you. He headbutts. He trips. He punches. He gouges. So each member that he picks, each member that he chooses, he truly embodies this different style, and it's enlightening for you as you come back to sparring with Aegis. You see how much different even fighting Aegis is than fighting any of the other members of the Phoenix Court. There is something that I need each one of you to do, though, and we'll tackle a private Okra moment in a minute here, Akama. But I am going to need a d20 roll from each of our party members to see how well their training goes. Now, in this one, as each one of you is trying to investigate how your mentor is teaching you or training you, you're finding the insight, you're trying to get this greater perception. I'm going to allow you to combo all three of those skills into your roll. Akama, one bonus for having chosen Okram as your mentor is you may choose any 3 charisma skills instead.
Oh, no.
So
That's
you may
terrible
use,
for me.
You may use your insight, perception, and investigation comboed, or any 3 of your charisma skills.
Actually, that's actually pretty. That is better, actually. I think.
So
Charisma?
Thala, you have let's see here, a total of 11 with your perception, insight, and investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get a D20 roll plus 11. The closer to 30, the better. That's what we're aiming for.
Fuck me!
Ooh.
What the hell?
Damn.
14 for Thala.
Bullshit. Isn't it 15?
15. Sorry. I know how to count.
Look, I need that extra 1, damn it.
15. Mina,
Damn.
your
Yes.
total is also 11.
That's bullshit,
Let's
guys.
see how your training with the deep bark goes.
Ain't gonna whoop my ass.
Yeah.
Whoa.
28. Healeth, you are 7. Let's see how your training with Aegis.
Oh.
I'll take that. I wish it was the 20, but I'll take that.
24. And
Oh,
Akama,
wow, it is
which
better.
one are we using?
It is better. Thank you for the bonus. I'm taking the Okram special.
Not
The
the
Okram
the,
special.
The Christmas spells. It's going to be deception, persuasion, and then performance.
For a total of 11. 11 is the number. Look at this. Look at all of you.
Hey,
together.
listen, wait a minute. Before you roll that thing, hey, kid, let me throw a token on that thing, man.
Can we do that?
Let me throw a token on that thing. Let me catch up.
Oh, what the hell?
I'm sorry. You want to use a narrative?
Hey, whatever you deem it needing to be, I will spend. Because for one, I got to spend them things anyway. We get to
Damn.
down to the nitty gritty.
You know what? I will allow a cinematic token to be used here. Which which level token are we going to use?
I feel like I
Right.
really want something.
He said, "Can we all do?"
Listen, I will go so far as, damn, do I want to use that thing? I only got the one medium. Let me.
What's your answer?
I'll
Did you
do
go
the
bold
medium.
or we're doing
I'm
the
going
medium? So
bold.
the medium token is being used for this. Medium cinematic token.
God damn.
And let's see that roll plus 11.
Please. Oh, that's
Oh
pretty good.
wow.
I was almost a 1, but that's pretty good.
No, that's
That's
exactly
30.
so bad.
You got the 30 with a medium token. That's going to be some exciting stuff. Let me tell you what. So to walk through how everyone's training's been going, Thala
Mine went shit.
learning from Mangoin is tough. The shortest answer is it is brutal beyond brutal. One of the things that also makes Anguin so difficult to learn from is he's long hidden so many of his techniques. You can tell that some of the hand gestures he does as he's casting are just not actually part of it. So when you try to like copy a spell of his, you find yourself going like, we twisted his wrist this way, and then he had no part of it. And he's just doing things to like hide. He's just hiding his abilities in these extra motions that he's doing. Learning from Anguin is proving difficult. Mina, you often find yourself drifting further into Deep Bark. Each time you think you've interacted with the full entity of Deep Bark, as you spirit walk with the treant, you find a new catacomb or room that exists within his psyche and his spirit. Part of it is very enlightening to you as you see that even though he's so small, a seedling really of what he once was, that his soul, his being, seems just as full and effervescent as ever. You find yourself even more at peace as you continue to have these talks and delve deeper with Deep Bark. Healith. The struggles with Aegis, you start to get to the point where you're like, you know, I don't need 15. Give me 5 as you prep for after one of the team trainings. You start to put together better combos. You start to find ways to lock your mind closed and shut to help like ward off at least parts of it where you can flood useless information in while keeping your here and now in the moment hidden. One thing that you worry about with this technique, especially in its imperfected state as it is getting the Aaron Stone safe while letting your mind be open on one side, closed on the other. Would you have to be using the Aaron Stone? What does it mean once you start? But these are worries that you'll have to bear for now as you keep this secret to yourself. Akama, you embrace Okram's training to the fullest extent. Whether or not you trust him, whether or not you are, you've fully come to grips with the stories he's told you from your home, these are things that you have to put aside for now. You embrace Okram as your mentor, as your teacher, and from it, knowledge, information, and abilities pour into you. As the Master Thespian is more than happy to show you every nuance of what he is doing in this audience of one. On that, actually, we're going to take a quick sidebar with Akama, so that way Akama can fully appreciate what's going on at his home.
Oh no, that's ominous.
The stories that Okram tells you as he returns, and with it he brings what proof he can. He tells you that the masks have been purified, as he's shown your people the way that he cleansed the crystals. He informs you that while they were shaky at first, they had learned to trust him as he showed the means in which that he had learned these traits, especially bearing you as the reason he had come. Akama sent me. With this, though, he does inform you that to truly ward off Upsilon from your people and allow these crystals and masks to be cleansed, Thespis has replaced the deity of worship for your people.
No! No!
Where once your masks and energies were to copy the traits of monsters in their bestial form in this savage hunt, now it is about finding the excellence in any role. While this can still be through beast and creature, it's now about the guile of the vampire, the strength and agility of the werewolf, the toughness, the fortitude of the great snapping dragon. And so while your mask operates in the same way, the magics that fuel it are now from a different deific source.
I see.
He informs you that you have no worry of using any of your magics now, as with your people's embracing of Thespis, Upsilon cannot turn his attention to you. Well, to your people. Because for you, Akama, to be immune as well, fully, you too must re-embrace the light of Thespis.
So is this to say that I couldn't just use the crystals, or like if I did, I would only have like 2 uses, and then I'm gonna be a sad man after that?
He would inform you that the crystals that you have would protect you for a time. However, that without your magic being stemmed from another deific source, they will only last for as long as those crystals sustain their charge, as there is nothing putting energy into it.
And how long do you think that would be?
Depends on the level of exertion you put out. Okram would say, I mean, I understand your hesitation, of course I do. We've had some difficulties interacting with Thespis, you and I. However, I would just hate for you to be out in the arena versus the Phoenix Court, and your supply run short. After all, there are only 4 of you now. You will not be able to recruit a 5th teammate. You're going to need to be at your fullest, and I say with no mixed words or meanings, the Phoenix Court, Akama, cannot be allowed to win. It does not matter what your team has said, what you personally believe. If it comes down to it, you must win this tournament. I'm under no situation or circumstance can the Phoenix Court win. Think of what Upsilon would do to me, to you, to your people, for having slighted him, if his team is the one to get the wish.
I guess I just got one question for you then, Okram. Just
Of course.
truthfully, is this a one-way street? If I choose to follow Thespis now, is that a permanent decision?
I mean, as you saw it before, it's not permanent. No religion ever truly is. You once followed Mervena, but as things changed and time went on, it was not the way. I do believe that in time you'll find that servitude with Thespis is something that can be mutually beneficial.
Well, I was thinking, basically, just with what we're doing, hopefully eventually we'll have the rightful god back. So this is like a stopgap measure. So he's going to go ahead and, for the sake of having the full use of his powers, he's going to let this man give me the damn Thesponius. Man, I take let Thespis as my Lord Savior.
How candid would you be with have been with Ogrim about your intentions of like using and leaving the light of Thespis?
This feels like an important decision. Ah. I guess the question would be, do you think he would ask a comma further after what I just said, where he asked him, like, is this a permanent decision? Would he have questioned me why I was asking that?
I don't think he would question you so much as he would state that something along the lines of like, I understand your hesitation, your trepidation of the decision. However, I do believe that as you wield more of the light of Thespis and you see what it can truly accomplish, these doubts and feelings of replacement will fade.
I guess in the interest of just making the best decision possible, I think he would tell him. Because with everything we've gone through at this point, I done took this man to help me train, and it has gone well. I think I at least owe him that. Like, well, I believe that hopefully in the end of all this, I think that we could return to how we used to be, where with the God that we used to worship. But so I don't think that if I did take the light again, I don't think it would be permanent. Like, would that be wrong? Like, going in knowing that there's someone else that I hope to bring up?
Well, I can't say that I like to be used and discarded. However, I do think it's worth considering on your end, as I will consider the fact that our brotherhood may be temporary, this Cabela of ours. I do think it is something that you must think about, that perhaps it's not. Your people had long suffered under the struggles of the wild gods and their fickle nature. Perhaps we are a better fit. As I will consider your words, I do hope you will consider mine.
Well, even Okram, damn, you a evil man, Adam. I hate you. Damn. Well, even Okram, even if me being a servant at Thespis is a temporary situation, what you've done for my people, that bond will be there forever. And then, and me, the parentheses, just like, as long as this man doesn't fuck my people up. But yeah, that bond will be permanent. You have saved us in this, in our time of need. Your assistance.
Well, I truly do hope that together we can stick it to that pompous Upsilon. He deserves it, I do think.
Now I feel like I've done the wrong things. Something
But-
about it's just us being together. It's like, oh no, something's gone terribly wrong in this campaign.
With that, you do re-accept the light of Thespis to clarify, yes?
I guess that's what it means in the end, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I guess I do. Got this sadness on me again.
Perfect.
I hate you, Adam, so much.
And then the last thing before we rejoin our party is that Okram would say, And for what it's worth, with this bounty that you're going to be wielding as a herald of Thespis for your people, champion in this tournament, you can extend this gift to your party. While it won't be as potent as yours, it perhaps could be the difference maker when things are getting dicey. Anyway, Akama, I look forward to our next training session. Till then, I bid you adieu.
Good day to you
And
too.
we can return to the party.
Evil ass, Adam. I know you happy as hell, boy.
But
And with the decisions in secret, plotted, planned, agreed to, discussed.
Why you gotta say it like
will-
that?
No, to set the actual scene. One thing
It's
that
over.
for each one of you, you would note that you kind of just don't see Akama every once in a while. You know, he says he's going out to train, but anytime you see, you know, one of the other members of the Rust party, nobody really knows who he's going and training with. So whether or not Akama wants to be forthcoming with anyone or you want to question that, I leave that up to the party. However, we will do any such questions on the other side of a small to allow our party to kind of take a deep breath as these mentors, these new training sessions, and this new expansion of character is beginning. So we will see you on the other side of 5 minutes. We'll be right back.
mm.
And welcome back to Cinematic Epic. I'm your game master, Adam, and this has been an enlightening session. Lots of decisions being made about how the party will prepare for the inevitable conflict versus the Phoenix Court. Not to mention that they will also have to be dealing with Velm and whatever members the Golden City throws with him as his allies for the fight. We saw each one of our players make a decision about who they would train with. Thala training with Anguin. Mina Graves spirit walking deeper with Deep Bark. We saw Healith engage in more rigorous training with Aegis, and Akama siding with Okrim. The party has some things that they might want to talk about, but the only way that we're going to be able to do that is to bring them back on in and resume this episode of Cinematic Epic.
Hey.
Each one of you finds yourself at the homestead in the Golden City, save for Akama. Thala, at this point, you've reset yourself.
Get back to Golden City.
That was what I was talking about at the very beginning. The trainings with Aegis have all been after you've arrived at the Golden City. You've been training for weeks, and the events haven't kicked off yet for the final encounter here within the city. But you have traveled from Arenstar to the Golden City.
It's like,
No worries.
okay.
Thala, resetting for you is very simple. Having most of the time just being full reset by Anguin through some magical or alchemical, way. You still find yourself wanting to like go through like a getting home and cleaning up, almost ritual. It's more for yourself, just to kind of go like, I'm not dealing with that mad snake man anymore.
I mean, really, she wants to see Scambit. It's cool.
Mina, for you, a large part of like coming back from your training is really just, the first few moments after your spirit walk. The world just feels like it's in fast forward. Everyone kind of talking at you. You're like, wow, you're saying a lot of words at me really quickly. That's right, we're speaking common. I'm not with Deep Bark anymore. Okay, as you kind of readjust to the tempo that everyone else lives at, save for the Treekin. Healith, you often are one of the last to get back to the homestead, and when you do, it takes you kind of a moment to reset and re-embrace that kind of energetic, youthful spirit that they know you for. As often when you come in, any training gear that you were given, never your own gear, of course, because that would be, harmful to competing in the event, but any training gear that you were given is rent, ruined, and broken, and you just kind of pile it up and wait for the new set to be given for you, because there's just no keeping it repaired. All of you are settling in when finally Akama gets home from his training. Albeit, training with who? But I'll let the party discuss that.
So he just walks in the door.
Mm-hmm. He walks in. He does not seem overly disheveled. He does seem a little winded and tired, but he has a glow about him that you feel like you haven't seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like the spotlight, you could say.
Yeah, that bullshit. So, hey! Akama!
What are you doing?
Where you been?
I've been out trading.
Oh yeah, who did you decide to do your training with?
Well,
Is she not always straight to the point? Because she sure is.
he sure is. Look like kind of like scared to say, but he's just like, well,
I'm looking you dead in your eyeballs.
like
Just waited.
try to slightly turn away from you, looking at it, just like you're burning him, like the heat of a bonfire. You know, just like no, Okram.
Is it? Wait. Isn't that? Didn't he like take and like trying to trap us in the?
In a whole thing.
What? Huh?
But my people were dying. He went and helped them. Now we fix this stuff with Sequoia. And I hope that, you know, light anymore.
We lost you a little bit. If you could say that last part again, please.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that, just saying, like, you know, at least for now, you know, Oakham came and helped, and now we're like tied to this Thespis. But I'm hoping that after, you know, we fix this stuff with Sequoia, hopefully, like, in the way we used to be.
Is he talking to me? Can everyone hear this?
Everyone can hear this.
I don't know or remember what I know. Do I know anything about Thespis?
I mean, you'd be he is a pantheonic god. You would be like aware of him. He's often seen as to some they like speak praise of Thespis as it's the light of Thespis, it's the spotlight, it's those that can handle like the grandest of roles, the you know the pinnacle of performance. And there are others that see it more as selfish and greedy and narcissistic, as like just trying to claim that you're that person is misguided. And there's a great kind of a rift or debate, especially within bards, primarily between Gyako and Thespis, and who is the true bardic deity.
I was going to say, because everything we got, none of it is good. So I'm like, what does she know? Because everything
like,
we know, even
that would be
like
kind
written,
of
is negative.
that what I just said would be kind of general information. If you want to roll to see if your character would have a deeper insight, you may. It would be
What?
knowledge, religion.
I know I ain't got shit, but we gonna try anyway.
Does anyone else want to partake in this role or no?
Sure.
Sorry, just
All right. We'll do one for everyone but Akama.
Oh, look at that! Why
I'm
can't I
rolling
get that
good
board?
as hell.
You didn't roll. What you talking about?
I said,
So,
y'all.
I tried. I need some.
I'll start with Healith. Healith, for you, it's mostly what I had already just said. You know that there is, again, kind of it's like a hotly debated aspect of, you know, part of the ascension that Thespis took was based in the happenings around Upsilon's ascension. And there's a lot of tales and stories of Thespis having fought alongside of Upsilon at the Mudfort. Now, some of this is hotly chastised by those that follow Thespis, as they would state that he and Okram liberated the Draklins, and then from that they went to another people being oppressed. And while Upsilon ended up being the greater of two evils, that was just a like casualty of the in the moment decision making. And so again, this is kind of just like the worldly debate that you know about it. As far as Mina and Thala, you both would know a little bit more about the the history that came before that. You would know that Thespis had traveled the world in a World's Fair, gaining the admiration of every kingdom that they went to, using the thespians like Okram to gain insight, political power, intrigue, and performance as they were beginning their path to this ascension, this apotheosis into the pantheonic gods. While it didn't look like Thespis was ever going to claim a pantheonic spot before, there was a moment during Upsilon's ascension that was seizable for the great bardic dragon. This again is where it falls back into the debates of scholars and those that follow the faith, which is, did Thespis side with Upsilon because he was evil and believed in the cause of Upsilon, or was it merely that Thespis took his moment for the spotlight and claimed a spot amongst the pantheonic gods? And that's kind of the debated history of the bardic dragon known as Thespis.
So ultimately, the thing is, where I come from, it's a dangerous place, and in order to live there, you have to have power. Like, just think about when we walk around here, how many people you see that are just regular people, right? There's a bunch of them, right? Where I come from, almost everybody is a hero, because you need that kind of power just to be able to live there. Their powers were failing. I had to do something.
I guess, how much do you know about Thespis?
Enough that I don't want to be like this forever. That's why I didn't, light on me before. That's why I got rid of it. But at least like this, for now, my people they're okay.
I guess, unfortunately, it really feels like we'll see for how long, because I don't know. Because if you decide that you don't want it anymore, then is he gonna still help your people? I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My hope that I'm doing whatever I can to make sure that we succeed and that Sequoia gets what she needs, that we can bring back Epatadaphos.
I guess if that happens, hope Epatadaphos is more powerful than Thespis.
I mean, we'll see what happens. Yes, but I mean, it's what we used to do. It's the original way. It's the lost history.
But sometimes things need to change for the better.
Nope, I think we lost you again. Akama.
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, if the old way is what got your people to where they are now, maybe the old way isn't the right way anymore.
A fair point.
Old way. The only thing that happened was she got killed. I don't think that's really her fault, to be honest.
Actually, it is, because it was her son that did it.
Wait, I'm not talking about Marvena. I'm talking about
That's sorry.
Epatadaphos.
Oh well. Was it
That's
her
what I'm
before?
saying. It's not her
a long
fault.
time ago?
That's man. It was before Marvena. It was Epatadaphos.
Then also, and
She got killed.
Mm-hmm.
It's the.
So then maybe relying on, I guess, outside powers for your own power is the problem. But who am I?
That's what I'm worried about too.
because
You know,
clearly it can be easily be taken away, and that's outside of your control. I would think you would want to try to do something that's more within your control and not make the same mistakes all over again. That's all.
With that, unless Akama, you have a retort, the party continues their day to day as they prepare for rest, get their meals, sleep, and head back off to their training.
Again.
Today, though, is a individual training day. There's no meeting up with Aegis, so the party finds themselves all off in different directions. When, in one of the more petty ways of dealing with the party, you find yourselves, of course, being disrupted by the envoys of the Golden City. This new way of dealing, of trying to deal with the party, just feels, again, almost childish. Now, there's a part of you that relishes it, each one of you, as having come back from slaying the Amethyst Queen. You found yourselves, individually and as a group, very popular amongst the denizens of the Golden City, as people cheered for the fact that finally justice had been wrought against the Amethyst Queen, this enemy that they had been told about for years, that mothers had lost their sons for in combat, and fathers never returned to their children. These were things that were now in the past because of you. The party, their leader, the Amethyst Queen, had been slain, and at least for a time, this conflict between these two powers could be ceased. However, it is very clear to the party that this doesn't sit well with the ruling party of the Golden City, and it becomes all too apparent that this was part of their plan to truly anchor in the loyalty of their people. You could only imagine what the setting would be if Veln was the one who had slain the Amethyst Queen.
But he didn't.
But
I was
instead,
just thinking. I was just thinking. Last time, Heroes of Ambervale. This time, the Heroes of the Golden City.
one of the other things. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just being a dork.
Oh, okay. One of the other things that is painful to the Golden City is that their ally nation of the Rust team is also very popular amongst the denizens of the Golden City. And this has led to quite some strife, if you will, as in certain parts of the city, the Golden City's very own team doesn't appear to be the home crowd. But back to the childish recourse of the Golden City. As each one of you is out and about, from your training, because you can't just go straight to these hidden private, matters. You have to be around the city, travel in a realistic path, never the same way, not to become predictable. One of the things that happens this time, as each one of you are on your way back to the homestead, is a curiously acting tired messenger comes up to you, panting, but no sweat is on their brow. And each one of you is given a letter letting you know, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant to get this to you sooner," the envoy would say. That you're supposed to be at a meeting tonight for the remaining teams to come in the most fabulous, gear that you have, as this is going to be decadent here in the Golden City, a gala to rival all galas. But if you were to return home,
as he runs away,
if you were to return home to change, you would be disgustingly late. You might even miss vital information of the upcoming events. And so, unless one of you would like to has anything you want to throw out there, each one of you would make haste to this meeting that you conveniently only now were told about.
I don't think I have anything nice to change into anyway.
No,
I think I
So-
own one piece of nice clothing. Didn't I buy
So,
some clothes?
I ain't get shit.
I got some clothes for free. I
So-
mean,
I think the only clothes that I have that might be nice is the Phoenix Court outfit.
Yeah, nah,
we ain't going to put that shit on.
We ain't
Nope.
doing that. We ain't
No.
doing that. They like us right now. We're not doing that.
I want to be. I want to look good, but at the same time, I don't know if it's worth it. I was gonna say
We
I
gotta
can
go.
make a little horse thing again, but I don't know if I really want to do all that. To be honest,
Yeah, we just gotta go.
in the middle of the street.
And if
people
you know what, and if
all
they say
around.
something, I'm gonna have to call them out and say, "I'm sorry, we just got this invitation 10 minutes ago."
No, I feel like I need to do this. I need to do this. I'm gonna make a little. I'm making me a horse. I'm trying to.
Oh
I want to
my
see if I can make it
goodness.
back home and back.
Perfect. We're going to call this a performance check
Oh God!
to show yourself, having.
Now you've done.
With
you
your
did me dirty.
with a situational bonus from your empowered Light of Thespis, we're going to call this a +3 in addition to whatever your stat is.
A 2 in performance right now.
So +5, and we're aiming for as close to 20 as possible, or above 20 is good to clarify.
Ayo.
There you go.
You're able to make a steed that fits. Actually, describe your steed to me. What does Akama create?
I feel like it's like this. It's gonna be like one of those just big for no reason type horses. You know,
Okay.
like
Like a Clydesdale?
yeah, but like just all black, big ass Clydesdale, just
So it's
for
a
no
unicorn.
I mean, I could have done that if I wanted to, but
I'm just
but nah.
unicorns are big, scary, and black
So-
to me.
To set the scene, Thala, you arrive first. You're you try to get yourself as presentable as possible, trying to also not make it look like you came from a brutal training.
That part.
As you kind of like collect yourself, and you're like, all right, okay, I don't look amazing, but I don't look bad. You turn to your left and you see Helith in dented, ruined armor, in like ripped clothing. He's got like soot and burn marks on his face, and he's like, hey.
Let me try to help him out a little bit. I'm over here like I can at least wash some shit off while he's standing here.
We'll call this a miscellaneous D20. I'll give you with your water magic, I'll give you a +5 to it, again closer to 20.
Try to help him out a little bit, something. Okay, all right.
Perfect. Yeah, you're able to clean him up. You're also able to help stifle the smell of sweat and like just naturally, like he's caked in armor and fighting a guy throwing a flaming shield around. It gets baked in.
Yeah, I don't think fish sweat. We lucky, but I can help you out.
The two of you hear applauses of like the fans and the people around the gala entry as you see Akama stride forth on this towering steed that brays to the crowd as it like parade hops up in this like clip clop clip clop clip clop shaking its mane, and when its mane shakes, it's like this like almost like storybook weaving. It like defies the air itself with his magic and his performance. Akama gets there, and the horse doesn't just stop and allow Akama to dismount. The horse goes into a full kneel, allowing Akama to just swap his legs over to one side and step off with an increased level of dignity. And as the horse rises and begins to dissipate into Akama's own magic, flavor me this, Akama. What does your magic do in this final display behind you?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like a good little maybe like turns into like flower petals and flies off into the air or something like that. You know what I
Jesus
mean?
Christ.
Gotcha. As
Gotta bring it back to nature.
as it dissipates, it has this kind of churning sensation before a final pop into roses which turn in the air and their petals fly out in all directions. These dark umbral with this slight red hue, this rich velvety color takes place as Akama begins walking down to Thala and Helith.
And I'm looking down like, you know what? This is more familiar. You down here as opposed to up there. Cool.
One thing
Yeah, that magic's doing a lot
go
of
ahead.
extra stuff now. Oh, that magic's doing a lot of extra stuff now, man. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, that was the magic.
That thing was
stolen
going
from,
crazy.
I'm over here like, that's the magic stolen from Tikal.
one of the things
That thing
Stealing
ran so
souls.
fast.
I'll be like,
one of the things that you also get to appreciate, though, Akama, is the fact that in this crowd, many are cheering for you, for your success, not your downfall, not for you to be a part of some allowance, but for the first time in a very long while, people adore you. Akama, 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 Akama. Especially
back.
after your display. In fact, actually, as you all approach the entrance to the gala itself, a woman holds out her child for you to hold for a second. Would you hold this woman's child?
oh my god.
Let me hold that baby real quick.
I just need you to recognize that it's the light playing tricks on
This is-
you. It's
Yeah,
not-
I was
it's
just
not
thinking
real.
about that. I was like,
It's
why
not
the fuck I
real.
backdoor myself into some evil,
'Cause it's not
into a
real.
bad side light? I backdoored
ain't
myself
real.
into
So,
a bad end.
as you grab the child, you do realize that there are some bard sketchists capturing the moment. Would you strike a pose for the
Oh
artists?
my god.
You know, you gotta hit a fly pose with the baby.
He's falling deeper into the hole.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
I'm sorry. Could you describe the pose that you're doing with the child? Again?
I feel like I don't know. He just comes like out to the side with the baby. Just
Oh my god.
Perfect. Posing
Got
with
a
the child.
full-on Blue
Gotcha.
steel kissing babies and shit.
As you hand the child the child back, you see the bards all they've captured this moment. They're folding the paper up and they're sending it off in little paper planes. They're flying off to their printers and their newsstands for the story to go live as fast as possible. Akama, hero of the people.
oh,
As
no.
as
It's
not
again,
like this.
you're just met with more
Not like this.
adoration. There are quite a few people also cheering for Thala and Helith as well. It's not like you just walk in his shadow. People reach their hands out to grip yours, or on occasion someone will, they say that they've mourned your teammate Sneed and things like that, and express just general well wishes, which again to the whole party feels a touch alien. And as you go as slow as possible, trying to wait for Mina, as you kind of keep looking around to see where she is, it does strike both Thala and Helith, though, that it wouldn't be the first time she's silently not arrived to something.
She sure wouldn't go to this.
They-
No, y'all just left us hanging.
You wait as long as you can, and you do enter the gala. Mina, you find yourself running behind as you weren't going to just stand your team up. Of course not. You're moving through the city with as much haste as you can, as you trying to slap together, your outfit from. You're like, oh, I don't do that. What am I doing? As you go,
She's just
you
flowers.
arrive. You arrive at the address to this large venue. There are some people on the outside, so it looks like if there were crowds, they've dispersed at this point. As you enter into this big fancy room, and you see droves of tables with people sitting at them, and you look around for the rest of your group.
Oh no.
As all of you are here, one of the things that happens is you see someone begin to approach the podium, and naturally a quiet falls over the room, and you're listening to this addressment to the group. And I'll do this in two parts. Thala, Healith, and Akama. It is, of course, none other than Kristoff.
Of course.
I'm glad everyone could make it on to this glorious affair. It does seem that some take dress codes a touch more seriously than others. As there's definitely people all looking over, and especially to Healith, who is of the three of you the most notably disheveled, both Akama and Thala. You at least look semi-presentable, albeit not to the level of decadence that this this group has come together as. In fact, actually, to set an idea of it, Healith, you find that even the robes of the Phoenix Court would have felt a touch mundane in this room.
Damn.
Yeah, well,
everyone's apparel seems to glitter, sparkle, shine, shimmer, or just outright move on its own in this audaciously decadent fanfare.
It was like my eyes hurt.
I'm like, all right,
looking at
well,
everybody.
we broke, so
There's-
they'd be
There's
all
too
right.
much shimmering.
So
It's
people
'cause
are
we're the
looking.
people's
I'm looking.
champion.
I'm over here I was looking back and waving and smiling, like, yay.
That's-
You know what I have that sparkles? My shiny teeth and me.
Shiny teeth and me.
As Kristoff continues to speak about the grandeur of this final encounter and all of these things that are going to happen, let's quickly talk about what Mina sees. Mina, a person, goes to the podium and begins to speak, and as they do, the words uttered out of their mouth are, "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're quite blessed with a unexpected guest." As all of the attention in unison of the entire room kind of turns over and looks at you.
Oh.
Oh God.
It seems we have been graced with Sequoia's presence. Please,
Oh, fuck.
welcome.
Gone.
You
She's
find
like-
yourself in an odd moment where, while you definitely feel a touch threatened, you can already tell that there are people at your back, and the way behind you is perhaps not a viable means of escape. Would you enter the room more fully, or do you have an action you would like to take?
She's like,
Hmm.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
You know what? Let's enter the room and let's tell this shiny imbecile that he's mistaken.
So you enter the room more fully, and how would you describe this?
The entrance.
Describe the room. Oh, I mean, Mina would walk in purposefully. She's not going to show any fear at the situation, but she's kind of looking around her to see if there's any other possible exits.
There are definitely a few that you could probably make it to. You don't know what leads to a kitchen or just an adjoining room, but there are definitely doors that lead somewhere. Whether they are out or deeper into this building, you're not quite sure from where you are.
She's
How
like,
many
"It's
people are behind me?
Without directly turning around and just looking, as you
Yeah.
kind of move about the room and glance, you would imagine there's something around 30 to 40 people seated staring at you, and 8 behind you.
Okay.
Who's Sequoia?
It's in that observation of the room, though, that one person sitting there grinning doesn't fit the standard decorum of everything around you, and it is in fact Velm.
Oh, this jerk.
Mm-hmm. Another shiny jerk.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I'm over here like, now tell him. Like, nah, I don't know who you think I am.
We're all
But
watching
so
this, right?
you said you were going to speak. Did you have words that you
Oh,
would like to
yeah.
say?
Yes. I don't know who Sequoia is. You are mistaken, you golden fool.
Oh my! Says the person at the commentate at the podium. Oh, I do believe we're not mistaken.
Yes.
Fit everything that we've been told to expect. You are in touch
What
with
have you
nature,
been told?
and you bear something of great power. And they gesture to the flower that nestles in your near your head.
I
This is
am
Mina.
Mina Graves from Mistkeep, and you idiots think that there's only one flower in this world?
A person stands up and goes, in the research that I've conducted, I've found that Mina Graves is a name issued onto yourself at a later date. It does not have the substantiary means to verify that it was given at birth by any known record. And
I'm
he said,
older than your stupid records. Oh,
Say that. Say it with your chest.
I'm
What's up?
older than your records, sir. And I know who I am, so if you don't believe me, what are you going to do about it?
Another person stands up. I would like to say that I believe that she's correct. Your argument of verification through means that we would charter should be discarded. However, the fact that she is in fact older than said system points only further to her being the one Sequoia. And that person then sits down.
Okay, but Sequoia is a real person.
Is Sequoia a treekin?
Another person stands up and goes, effectively, in a way, yes, and then sits down.
In a way,
What does
Well-
that even mean?
I don't really see the use of arguing with you, because clearly you believe what you believe. I know who I am, and so I'm going to take my leave. And Mina turns around and starts walking towards the door.
You know what? I don't like this no more.
I
No.
Mm-mm.
can permit you to leave, says the voice that you know belongs to Velm, if you leave that trinket here with us.
No, it's not.
And you can tell without looking by the shifting of the shifting of metal plates that he is standing behind you. Like, not behind you, but he is rose to be standing and is behind you. Probably still around 20-ish feet.
I'm over here.
How far am I from the door?
I'd say you're a little closer to the door, so you're probably about 15, but the 8 people have pulled themselves in closer. But before we continue this scene, let
Y'all really
us
about to fight with a
return
tree.
to the rest of the party.
Regular
as
ass
the-
people.
I knew it.
As
I
the three of you
knew it.
listen to Christoph drone on, you find he speaks longer than even he normally does, and he goes down this long list of thanking people for being here and their generosity to the Queen and the Empire, and you're kind of like, I mean, I know they're in their own territory, but this is a lot of grandstanding. Like, this is a lot, even for what you've come to expect out of the Golden City. One other thing that you each begin to note is that he doesn't address the party as much as he normally does in a scathing way. And on that note, I will allow each one of you to decide to roll an insight, a perception, or an investigation check. Which one would you like to roll?
You said
Let's go ahead.
Perception.
Go ahead and select
Investigation or
which.
perception?
Yes, investigation, insight, or perception.
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 Perception, please.
So all perception, all of you have 4s. That makes this easy, and we'll go ahead and roll.
Fuck.
Damn.
Close to 20 as well.
Can
I can't see.
I re-roll that?
Can you?
I have 1
Yeah,
Sure.
find the pineapple.
perception re-roll. Yeah, that's awful.
Let's see it. Yeah, yes, I have these written down.
So much
Oh!
Okay. Okay.
So much better.
You did that.
Yeah.
We'll start with Healith. Healith, you start to you're a little uneasy, and you don't really care for all of the over the top glitz and glam, but even your back home farm hand kind of upbringing has you feeling underdressed. It's hard to not feel like every eye's on you, but as you look around, you realize no one's really gawking or staring. Again, it kind of feels odd to an extent, like you're just being ignored. It's then where you kind of look, and as you're looking at all of these over the top gowns and armors and things like that, you don't really see the other teams, or not that you can truly make out. Akama, in addition to this, you also kind of have this feeling of as you look around to see to have a glance with one of the members of the Rust team and give that kind of really kind of feel, you note that you don't see them, or the Phoenix Court for that matter. And it's hard to see through the room, as it's just so over the top and extravagant, but you're very confident that they are not in this room with you. Thala, you are able to really discern. You are no doubt in your mind, the other teams are not here. You're starting to think that only you were invited here. Mm-hmm. And then you realize, of the Golden City team, the only team you see, Velm, isn't among them. In fact, while there is a seat set for the Empress to be here, she hasn't arrived. And again, this grandstanding that Kristoff is doing just feels fake. It feels forced. And that's when you notice it. You only notice it because of your training with Anguin. But you're
fucking there.
very confident that Kristoff isn't actually here.
Yep.
Back over to Mina Graves. When as you begin to try to get that muster of all right, I'm gonna go for it, you hear a voice speak, and you hear Kristoff. Now, I don't think we need to be doing all of this. Come now, my dear, turn around and have a discourse with us, will you not? We don't need things getting ugly.
I will poke your eyes out with branches, you tiny little man, if you don't let me leave.
Oh my. Well, if I wasn't an archmage myself, I might find myself a touch worried. And also, if you would care to peruse the room, my adorable little Treekin, you'll find that it is devoid of anything natural. And much to your dismay, as you do look around the room, even the garnishes on the table are made out of metal.
Oh.
There is nothing that needs the sun, the sky, or water to live or be nourished in this room, save for maybe the people. And as just a little bit more assurance on my end, would you care to turn your attention back to the men guarding the door? And if you were to look, you would see that each one of them doesn't have a weapon out, no sword or shield or spear. Each one of them just has scrolls, and the scroll they're presenting towards you are counterspell scrolls. So, I'm afraid, my dear, if this is to end peacefully, I do believe you're just going to have to leave your little trinket here. Before you respond to that, though, let us return to the other part of the party.
Mm-hmm.
So, having come to this
screwed.
conclusion, Thala,
No.
what would you...
I mean, at this point, if I know that he's not even really there, I'm literally just going to turn to them like, hey, guys. So, I don't know what's going on here, but we're not in the right place.
Yeah, I was
This
gonna
guy-
say,
this
is
is-
it weird
this-
that Velma's
No,
in
he's
here?
not. I'm over here like, we need to start. So I'm over here like, I'm walking towards the door. We're going. Because he's not even really there.
Yeah, one thing that both Healith and Akama you would note as Thala like stands up and begins to like move, not even the crowd really pays attention. Like you can definitely tell there's a couple of people, but the second they see you start to move, they don't attempt to like do anything except for they just kind of stand up. They like see you stand up and then abruptly leave the room as well.
All right, we gotta go.
Yeah, no.
Remember Vel?
We gotta run.
Healith,
Vel came from Mina before. Remember?
Healith will just.
Well, we know.
broke into our
I'm
house.
presuming we're sitting at a table.
Not anymore. We up. We leaving.
Well, yeah. So Thala's up,
Healith
standing,
is-
moving towards the door. Akama is going like, okay, yes. And right now, Healith, you'd still be sitting. This is all happening in the moment. So what would you do?
Healith would overturn the table because nobody's looking at any one of us, and at the moment, it's kind of like that. Are we actually here with people? Because
No,
I've just seen
I-
Thala get up and go. I don't see what she sees. So my thought process, or Healith's thought process is, well, if nobody's looking at us, if I flip over a table, people are going to start looking.
Well,
Unless
I did
they're not
say
real.
he's not even real. He's
And-
not here. I did say that.
Exactly.
Yes. So
Yeah.
with and again, this is all happening simultaneously. You're like 2 steps away from the table at this point, Thala. So yeah, you flip the table over, and other than the people described that kind of like see what you all are doing and just kind of stand up and abruptly leave the room, the rest of the room is just sitting there like
Yeah, at that point, it's just getting out of there. I don't.
You know, this was too.
So the three of you get to the front gate of this this building, and it is locked. Or front door, I should say, not gate. Though it is a large door. They're like 12-foot doors.
Are there windows?
But there are not. You would now note as you kind of look around that this is the perfect place to like lock somebody in. It's a relatively fortress-like, building. Everything's made out of metals, golds, silvers, platinums, steel, of course, underneath these varnishes of decadence. But this door lies before you. What would you do?
When I touched the table to flip it over, could I tell if it was metal, or if
The table was in fact metal. Yes.
Healith would look at the door and then back to one of the tables, and then the table that I flipped over, I'd try to see if I could remove or start to wiggle free a leg of one of the tables.
Well,
you would find that the tables are not like any metal craft that you've ever seen before. There aren't parts. They're
All
all
one piece?
They're all one piece.
I would like to go and take the remaining explosive arrows I got, and I will put them in like a pile on like whatever the locking mechanism part is that I can see. I will just put as many as I can right there, and I'm gonna take one. And I'm gonna shoot it at that.
All right. let's.
The rest of the supply.
I'm going to have you roll an attack roll. You're going to get a free mastery for this, as the door is inanimate, and yeah, let's see an attack roll.
You guys might want to step back.
Oh, okay.
14, but we
That's
do have a
pretty
free
decent.
mastery.
That was almost bad.
I mean,
Well, remember,
it's-
with mastery, you get the better of the two options.
And
all
it's
right, well, I'll do
but-
it
And it's
because it's free. It's free 99.
free 99. Okay,
Hey, it's a little bit better.
a little bit better.
And what is your does that crit? What is your crit range?
What's your crit range?
I don't think I have an extended crit range like that. I think it's like perks. I think it's like 19. It's still not that
Gotcha.
high unless I
Perfect.
use
Yeah,
like
no problem.
other stuff.
So it explodes, and a decent hole is like rent into the middle of the door, and you can see that people on the streets are kind of like taken aback. The hole isn't big enough for like Helith to get through. He's just slightly too large. Akama, you could probably slide your way through. Thala, you could probably slide your way through as well.
Okay. Well,
And again, I say
feel like-
probably. You would have to roll for it
have
in
to
both
roll
of your
for
current
it.
states.
I'm over here
This-
like I feel like I'm slippery, but you know what? I feel like I have to at least try. We got to get out this bitch.
All right. We're going to call this a... we're going to call this a... You can roll athletics or acrobatics.
Well, we're gonna go athletics then.
Perfect. Let's see it.
Bitch!
Oh my
What the
god! My
Oh my god.
god!
As Thala, as you begin to go, you quickly find yourself caught and stuck in the door. You misjudged the size and the way you went through. Your elbow is like stuck on one part, and as you try to pull it back, something in the metal of the rent of the doors is ripping on your scales. It's wedged underneath them as you try to like pull your arm back through. You
That's
are
gross.
effectively wedged, stuck in place.
The fuck?
While this happens, we are going to return to Mina.
I'm gonna die, aren't I?
You don't have to die, but we need to get there as soon as we can.
Veln is, albeit cautiously, despite all of the safeguards, walking towards you. You can tell there's an aspect of him that is a bit cautious after the last encounter.
Mm-hmm. Could I try to do something?
Of course.
I would like to. I'm assuming I have pockets, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so
What's gonna close
I would like to try to peel off a little bit of my bark, that is my skin, and put it in my pocket.
Okay, I like this. I am going to call this a toughness check first to see if you can do this without like making any sort of visual noticeable reaction. So are you able to stomach the pain of effectively ripping a chunk of yourself off? We're going to call this a 13 to succeed using a
And I
toughness
have a
check.
4.
Damn, you tough as hell.
Yeah.
Tough as nails, Mina Graves. God
Oh,
damn, you ain't tough as nails.
All right.
He no sold that shit.
My bark?
You just stay. What would be the look that you're giving Velm as he approaches?
I mean, I'm just staring him down in his eyes while I rip my own skin off, pretty much. But just like pure and utter hatred.
Now, he pulls his blade out and he points towards the flower. The only thing I require is that flower. I think that seems fair. No.
No.
No,
As,
sharing whose
we-
estimation. Sorry.
Fair. No, you're totally fine. And we will return to the rest of our party as they. Healith, Akama, you see that Thala is wedged in this doorway. There is, I mean, a small, maybe like a cat or a squirrel could like slip through gap, but otherwise it is otherwise you're just staring at Mina, or not Mina, staring at Thala stuck in the hole in the door.
Do I reason that a being that is strong enough could like make the hole bigger?
I mean, it's not a unsafe. I mean, like it's a reasonable decision.
I have
Are you
a
gonna say
question.
Hilo?
Of course.
Do I have my backpack with me?
You have everything with you. Yes, yeah, you have. You would have. The only thing that you perhaps might not have, I'll let this be a player decision, is would you have the Aaronstone blade on you during a one-on-one training session with Cool. So in which case, that's the only thing missing.
Cool. I'm gonna go up to the hole, I'm gonna reach in my backpack and bring out Winter and have them go through the hole to see if there's a way that the spider can open the door from the other side.
Fair.
Only way
Fair.
that I can think about it.
No problem. So that is what
Creative problem solving.
that's what Healith is doing. Akama, you are also queuing up an action. What were you what were you going for?
I feel like I might try something here. I might do a thing. Let me look at my shit real quick. Sorry.
All right. Well, we're gonna go to Healith because ultimately we are on a little bit of a timer here. So
the time is of essence.
Thala, as you sit there and you're like trying to like get yourself like unstuck and trying to get your hands into a position where you could like attempt something as your fingers feel like locked and barred into this metal that like is around you. You feel this skittering across your back, and this spider the size of like your face like climbs over your shoulder, some of its little taloned legs like tapping across your face and nose as it climbs out onto the other side of the door. Healith, roll me
had I never seen this before, I would probably be terrified.
Healith, you're going to roll me an animal handling to try to convey to Winter what they need to do.
Can I help with that shit?
I ask a question.
Of course.
To this. Can I make the argument that because I've had Winter so long, that the animal handling penalty does not apply to this one particular spider?
That is a great thing for a cinematic token.
I can't use... Can I use a minor cinematic token for this? I am technically not allowed because the Aaronstone blade is not technically on my person, so I wouldn't
Here's
be
what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do.
So many questions.
We're going to roll a... Okay. No, you know what? No. I'm just going to say that that in this moment you have a chance here. The first thing that you are going to do is we're going to get a charm roll from Healith. If Healith can roll above an 8 on a charm roll, he will summon up enough of his personality to be able to ignore the penalty of the Aaronstone blade since it is not on him. So we're looking for above an 8 on a charm.
Look at that.
Look at that.
You are more than able to, so yes, you may use a minor cinematic token.
Sweet. I will use a minor cinematic token with this animal handling check, which I'm guessing I don't get the -5 to, which I'm really happy for. Then yeah, I will use a minor cinematic token on this moment to get Winter to help us open the door from the other side.
Perfect. Let's see it. we're going to see if you can convey to Winter that the door needs to be open by any means. And let's get that roll. We are looking for as close to 20 as possible.
Okay, +5 is, or no, +4 is pretty good because that gets
17.
17.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we're going to make a roll for Winter. This is roll for Winter. This is going to be a sleight of hand check to pick the door's lock. And Winter is going to have a situational bonus because of the token used of +5. We are looking for a 15 plus.
Hey.
Way to go, Winter!
Good job.
You hear the door's mechanisms clink and clank as far as what's left of the door. It begins like the door itself is no longer barred. It just needs to be like pushed and wedged open, though there is some melted metal from the explosion of the explosive arrows. So it's going to take a strength check from Healith and Akama to get this
God
open.
damn.
I'll go ahead
We're gonna
throw a couple the might points on that joint too.
Perfect. So we're going to call
Wait,
this an
Wait.
athletics check.
I mean,
Experience
you
points.
lie. Yeah, you know what I meant. Yeah, you right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Experience
call.
points.
So this is a athletics check for the both of you. How many points are you putting?
I'm gonna put 1 experience point on that joint.
Perfect. So that's going to be an additional +1, and so that's going to
I'll
put your
one as
total.
well.
So put 1 as well. So that's going to be a total of 12 between the two of you. You are both going to roll, and we are looking for a total of 25.
Oh nah.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay.
Hey.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Exactly 25.
Yeah.
No,
like, wait a
actually 27. We had.
Wait, 12 plus
you're right,
8 is 20.
So I had
you guys have.
17.
You have. Yeah. Well, I'm saying. I'm
17.
saying. No. I know. You guys are at like 30 something.
Yeah, he's saying like with all the bonuses and stuff, he's saying it's way over.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
look at
about
the
the
raw
bonuses.
rolls.
I was looking at the
Yeah,
raw number.
like 8 plus
Apologize.
12 alone is at 20. 17 plus 20. You guys are fine. And so the only other thing that we are going to roll real quick is I'm just going to have Thala. You may roll an acrobatics or a performance check to not fall on your face.
Okay. Well, it's still gonna be acrobatics because.
Acrobatics,
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, you almost
Alright.
rolled a 1.
Bro, I saw that
would be a
one
1.
flash. I was like, not again.
Like, God damn it, no.
So you're able to land on your feet, and so you guys are out of the door. Where are you going?
We gotta look around because I'm over here like, where are we in reference to all the other shit? Because where would they actually hold something? Probably somewhere near, or like, where would they actually hold something like that?
You would note that if they were going to hold something, this would be the place to hold it.
Oh,
You're
like,
at the location.
where are we? What is where are we in the city?
You're at one of the main gala events in the center ring of the capital. Like this is one of the most prestigious venues.
We have
But
anything?
while
Is it bad
if
that
you
I
kind
feel
of-
like I would ask somebody?
yeah, that's totally fine. While the
like
three of you mull over what you're going to do next, though, we will return to Mina.
Yay.
At this point, Veln is within lunging distance of you, but not striking distance of you. His wariness has not faded, but he is still coming in, and his blade points towards the flower.
Okay. So I'm gonna try something. I'm going to turn and face the dudes at the door. You said there were like
Okay.
8 of them.
Yes.
I am going to yell literally as loud as I possibly can in the deepest Ent speak I know to try and push them down and to like blow away their scrolls. And maybe someone will hear me.
Would you like to add anything to this roll?
Oh, I would. I would like to use a token, please. I would like to use.
She's like,
Which
yes.
Let's do a
This would-
minor cinematic token. Can I
So,
do that?
so a cinematic token would be to describe the flair or like extra meaning behind what you're doing, whereas an epic token would be about like the force or impact of it.
Do I have an epic token, Adam?
Look on your gear tab.
Just say on the bottom right.
On the bottom
gear
right hand
tab.
corner. Mm-hmm.
No, I only have cinematic tokens.
All right. Well, so we'll have to flare this to the best of your
We'll
knowledge.
flare- yeah.
From this to set the scene for the cinematic one. You're trying to dig deep with things that you've seen, experienced from the Tree Canyon Islands. You're trying to issue forth this extra something, even if they're not your own words. You're trying to conjure up extra meaning. And so we're going to throw this in, and we're going to first. In this moment, we're going to have you roll a deception check to see if any of them are like ready for you to do this. This is a deception 12. As actually, I'm going to give a better bonus than that because of the 20 earlier. We're going to call this a deception 9.
Okay. Hell
What?
yeah.
Look at that.
Hey, look, you made the 12.
Okay.
You didn't even need the bonus.
She's like,
So with that, we're gonna that like you turn around and they're like as you turn around, the reaction of like the group. You even hear Kristoff begin to say something along the lines of like, "Why is running going to help?" As they expect you just to be giving up and trying to like flee away when you let loose this guttural explosion. And let's see your attack roll.
Please. Oh my god.
come on.
Oh my! Come on! That's
Oh my
crazy.
god.
If ever there was a time for mastery, this might be it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is
And
it.
before you roll this, I don't always prompt this, but would you like to throw on a might token for +1 to the roll?
Sure.
She's
All
like,
right,
"It's not-
we're going to
won't
see a
hurt."
mastery, and there is a +1 to this roll using a might token. Oh boy!
Hey.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Not bad.
Okay. That's so much
17.
better
That's
than
pretty good.
6.
So, a total of 18, because you have a +1 from your leveled up casting, and then a +1 from your might token. So a total of 18. However, there are 8 people in front of you with counterspell scrolls at the ready. While they are still being caught off guard, and I will give them a detriment, they are all going to be rolling an unmodified d20, or phrase, no positive modifier d20. So we're going to have 8 rolls. They are all going to be at -3 to their roll as they are caught off guard. And these aren't the elite. I mean, they're not the heroes. They are trained soldiers, but you're a hero. But so we're going to have 8 rolls at -3. They must equal or exceed 18 to counter the spell. Which effectively means
shit.
one
Oh,
needs a
shit.
20.
All at once.
God.
Oh my
They
gosh.
failed. They failed.
Not a
They
one.
failed. They failed miserably.
Amazing.
Fuck.
Damn, you a gangster. Hit him with
Each
that.
one of them
Oh!
aspects of their counterspells all begin to activate on parts of it, and perhaps some of the counterspell scrolls spare their own lives from the impact, but it's not enough to stop the utterance of this word. They go flying in all directions, and their scrolls get loosed from their hands and now rain down like party confetti over the scene. You can immediately tell that Kristoff and Veln are readying themselves as you hear the tightening of his metal plate as he begins turning into a sprint. But this is all in that same action. So what would you do? So you've done your shout. What's the immediate next step?
How far is Velen from me?
You would guess he was probably in the inside 10 feet.
Okay. I have my skin, my bark skin in my pocket. I'm going to grab that out of my pocket, fashion it into a barbed spear with magic and try and spear this man. And then I'm going to run out the door. That's the plan.
Right. So we're gonna see this this attack roll at Veln first. So
I'm
this is your earth magic.
So-
Let's see it.
Is it technically magic if she's creating something with the magic? She's not actually attacking.
Yes,
him
it
with
is
magic?
the object itself. The object itself is magic.
Fine.
All right, let's see the attack roll.
You gotta go for the face.
Oh my god.
Much to your dismay, the same thing happens to you that had to Thala as your spear is about to make impact with him. It almost looks like your own spear comes from his armor and collides with the attack, rendering it useless. You are now, as Velen is just in full stride towards you, you are going to have to make a acrobatics, dodge, or dodge to get out from his engagement range. And we're going to call this a 16 is necessary. Acrobatics or dodge.
God damn.
Oh, let's do acrobatics.
Acrobatics, let's see it.
I have a +1.
Damn.
Darn. Plus 15.
It's not quite going to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
But
no.
we will return to the rest of our party here before we continue that description. So you push the door open, Thala. You land with grace. You all step out into the courtyard. You survey your surroundings. You realize you're at the most decadent of the gathering
area.
spots. What do you do?
Well, now at this point, I'm wondering if we heard that shit.
I
If we heard her
I
yelling.
think
I pick up Winter and put
Well-
it back in my backpack, patting
Oh, that's
him on the
fair.
head, for he is a very good boy.
That's
Or
fair.
girl. I don't know how it works.
I
That's
want
fair.
to get out to a big open space, if there's a big open space here. And I'm gonna make me some other kind of creature. We go with the power of a big old bird. I'm trying to make a bird big enough to carry our asses up out of here.
Honestly,
So we
I
can take
said
to
my
the-
first
take to the
thought
skies.
is to the first person that's passing by me. I'm gonna ask them if I can, just like, did you hear about something basically for the teams for the tournament? Because they talk.
The
I
only
feel like
thing,
they talk about it. Go ahead.
the only answers you get, as you're going to the big courtyard for Akama's plan, and you're asking people along the way, you keep getting the unhelpful answer of yeah, it's that building, and they point to the building you've just come from.
Okay.
I
have a
think
quick
back
question.
to the homeland. Oh, you go ahead.
Yes.
No,
Keela?
I think they probably just. That's literally what it was supposed to be. That's what was told to everybody. And they just secretly did their own thing.
Yeah, you would note that no part of the crowd felt arcane, fake, forced.
Mhm.
It was, to the best of your knowledge, without that those were just people.
That's legit the same information everyone had that we
Mhm.
had.
Just a quick question. When we exited, we're out in a courtyard now. We're not inside of a building like a.
So you say you
We're not
exit
in
onto
space in a
you
building?
exit onto I mean, it's a street, but it's kind of a street designed for this building, so that way it can be part of it doesn't it's not just a trafficked street.
Gotcha.
As far as vehicles, horses, pedestrians, etc. It's kind of the street itself is almost a part of the building, if you will, and then you move out onto one of the main thoroughfares, and then from that you go to an actual city courtyard big enough for what Epsilon is or Kama is planning.
Do I have a
Um,
way to contact Angwin?
You don't have a direct means, but you do think that it is possible to arcanely reach out to him. That should be something doable.
Because if it's something doable, I think I would like to try.
Perfect. So we're first going to go to Akama, and how would you like to summon this creature?
Well, I'm thinking about back home. You know, all the different kind of creatures there. There used to be these big old birds that sometimes would come by. These like gigantic ass eagles that pick up the damn magic dinosaurs and drop them motherfuckers.
The Rainbow Rex.
Yeah, I know. As I'm saying, I'm thinking about something like this. I'm just like, it's, you know, the
Perfect.
and
So, how much health are you offering to this creature?
oh, I'm trying to decide if I think I'm gonna need this later or not. Because I could do my once per day or once per session, like free joint, but I don't know if I might need that later. Who knows?
Well, what are we doing?
I guess I'm gonna spend a full 5 health to do this. Is what I'm gonna do.
Perfect.
It's like I really need this to work out.
Thala and Helith, to set the scene, you watch as, like, normally you're used to Akama like slicing his hand or like doing something small. This time you watch as his blade cuts from middle finger all the way to his elbow. Blood like pours out, not naturally down his arm. It almost waterfalls like a fountain from him, and you watch as his skin for a second grays before his vitality looks like it returns to a more normal state, and the wound upon his arm seems to have coagulated as if like not claiming more blood than needed, as this creature begins to take form in front of you from this fountain that just espoused itself.
You'd also see like he cut like his right arm, and you'd see that the what looked like tattoos them Jones spread down that arm too, and like while all the blood is coming out, that shit's like moving.
I like it. Okay. I dig it. So this large 4-winged creature, this giant aerial raptor, used to flying within inside the canopies and above it of this thick jungle, has 2 primary wings that can carry aloft into the open sky, but 2 smaller wings that it can use to fly, flutter, and swoop through even the most dense of jungles, despite its unnerving size. Its head looks back at the 3 of you, and for a second, it has a hostile look towards Thala and Helith before noting Akama, bowing its head a step and allowing the 3 of you to mount the creature.
Yeah, I gave him that stern look, like, these my people.
As you take to the sky. As you take to the sky and you begin to kind of aerially survey, Thala, you may attempt to reach out to Anguin. We would call this an arcane spell check. You can use knowledge arcane or spell casting arcane to do this.
And I know I don't have any of it, but I'm still gonna try. Hold on.
We're gonna call this a 13. Yeah, no, you would have no. We're gonna call this a 15 to beat. Do you have something you want to add?
I thought I did, but I was incorrect.
Got any of them points?
You know what? Because those are experience points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I have nothing to help me. I think I'm going to use all 3 of these guys.
Oh,
perfect. 15 is the number to beat with a +3 from experience points. Let's see it.
Because I don't got shit else.
Please.
Oh, I didn't even need it. It's okay. I don't care. I don't even care. It's okay.
As you take to the sky, you're on the back of this winged predator. You're like attempting to contact Anguin through the arcane, and you're like, I've seen him do this. When we're in training, sometimes like while I'm resting, he talks to people. Like, what does he do? And you're like going through your head trying to remember how he did it. And while you're not 100% sure, you're not even sure if you could replicate this spell again without practicing it, you do pull forth this little image in front of you, all but maybe a palm size in its size, but you're staring at Anguin.
I just need to know
the connection is weak, and it is failing. What would you speak to Anguin or ask of him in these few moments?
Oh God, they sent us to a trap and Mina's not here. We don't know where to find her. I think she's in trouble.
I like this. This is this conveyed a good amount of information.
Quick to the point,
Angwin,
'cause help.
Angwin would speak that there are only a few buildings that he knows that he knows as like anti-magic that are within the Golden City, and he gives you kind of the identity of where those 5 might be. Only 3 feel like they're close to your position. 2 of them feel like they're very far out, and that at the very minimum you can make the assumption that maybe Mina wouldn't have traveled so unnervingly far to go to. So the 3 that are closest, from your aerial point of view, you can see all 3 of them, so you can go to each one, but you have to choose which one to go to first. One building has like a huge processional of guards at like the ready outside of it. There's people going down the streets. It seems very ornate, very highbrow, very in view, and there's like a royal guard to it. The second one seems a bit out of the way, though it does have people kind of scurrying in and out of the building from what you all can see. And the third of which is just a quiet building on a quiet street.
So we legit didn't hear her, huh?
No. So which of these 3 places would you look into first? Royal Guard processional? People in and out of the building? Quiet building, quiet street.
But they all look like places where you would have like a gala of some kind.
Yes. In fact, actually, while the 3 of you debate this, we're going to go into a sidebar with Mina Graves.
God damn it.
You find yourself attempting this acrobatics to get away from Velm, but his blade easily keeps up with you, and the tip of it finds its way to like right beneath your chin.
Okay.
This is not where I would have us do battle. There's no honor here. There's no showmanship. However, I cannot return without that flower. Just yield it to me. And on my honor, I will have you leave this place alive.
Well, everything that you've done today shows that you don't have honor. And Mina Graves is going to curse him out in Entish. Or in Treekin speak.
So one thing before you go to that next action, there would be so as you say, like everything you've shown here says that you have no honor. You see a genuine look of dismay and hurt. And not that of someone with like a fragile ego. In all honesty, it looks more akin to the way you felt in your own life about some of the things you've had to live through. This forced decisions you've had to make because of where you are, or the circumstances that you're in. And there just seems to be something more there with Velm than just, again, a bruised ego. Anyway, you would like to continue with the attempt of that attack. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to roll off as Velm's blade is pressed to your mouth, which would have to open to and so we are going to roll off. Velm is going to be at a situational +5. So we're going to see 2 rolls here, one from you, one from him. He's at a situational +5. If you do not best his roll, you will have a different decision to make, which we'll cover here in a second.
Okay. And just to clarify, sound applies to this, so I have a +4.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, you have a +1 and then +1 crit range. You'll have the
all
sorry.
four.
but he
Yeah,
has a
yeah.
situational +5 because of where his blade is. So
Right,
we'll see a
okay.
dice roll from both parties, one from you and one from Vel.
Okay.
Oh, look
yes.
at that. Even with it. Now, his blade still does cut the underside of like your bark, and you can feel like there's like a moment as it starts to cut that you're like, he's not even moving the blade, it's just your motion of moving, and the blade just slices through your bark as if it was like a hot knife through butter, which is a concerning fact about his blade. However, you are able to usher out these words at him, and much like the Andrews, his armor doesn't seem to activate as your attack goes at him, so he is going to have to roll his normal resist magic. He has no inherent bonus to this roll, so it's just his normal
Okay.
Resist magic.
Oh.
So he's able to keep his bearings. However, your sound does push him backwards, like he slides backwards. But at this point, you do hear that the people that lived with the counter scrolls are getting up and prepare, like getting their what scrolls they can. You do note, despite all of the importance of this and Velm being so close and risking himself versus you, Kristoff has not made any such attempt, though does still chastise from afar, like, just give up, girl! Falls from across the room.
No. And
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I'm just gonna tell Kristoff that I hope the forest forgets his name for a whole age. That's all. I'm just yelling back at him.
He spouts back, I live in a city of metal. Who needs trees? But once again, we have to go through one more attack exchange between you and Velm. But this time, we're going to have the rest of the party be able to watch this exchange, and then we'll see if they have decisions to make. But we'll let them be privy to this. So let's return to them.
My athletics would go up.
That's
So,
crazy.
With the men grabbing their scrolls again, Velm more seriously approaching you with his blade ready. What do you prep for this exchange?
So I threw a wooden, barbed spear at him. Are there remnants of that lying around? Did it
Yes.
shatter or anything? Okay.
Absolutely.
Are they close to? Is it? Well, actually, okay. So whatever shards of that are lying around, I'm going to fashion into tiny little darts and just aim for his face and throat with magic.
Perfect.
Go for
So
the face.
we'll start with your roll. Let's see it.
Oh God.
13 plus 1, 14. However, we do have 4 people back on their feet with counter scrolls. They do not have a minus the time. They have no positive modifier, though. So can 4 dice, can one of them beat a 14? Let's find out.
No, they won't. Damn.
Oh,
Boo.
No.
2 of them.
Boo.
You find
Does-
as you start to try to whip your hands up and get the motion, his armor doesn't even begin to activate as you feel the withering bolts of counter spells hitting your bark as you're attempting to bring life to it, and it falls to the ground. Velm approaches once again, and as he's coming towards you, so you're trying to whip the spell at him. This is his action towards you. He's bringing his blade up, and the only thing he says to you is, please yield, as he's approaching you. Would you yield or no?
Can I say I can say something to him. I'm going to look at him in his eyes as he's doing this, and I'm going to say, do you really want to do this? What is this worth to you?
I like that. We're going to let that question marinate for a second, though, and we're going to see if the party has an answer to which building they're going to.
Oh,
So,
you
are we
okay?
I was gonna
Just
say we're
wait
going
for
through
us.
this, or we just
So
Yeah, we were deliberating.
it ultimately comes down to you, Thala. You have the leadership. Where are we going?
If not, where are we going?
I said we were going to go to the third one, the quiet one, because
Perfect.
yeah, I don't know if I had to explain, but that's fine.
Not a problem. The creature sets its path down towards this. Now, Akama, you're the one steering this. If either one of them wants to chime in, they can. Do you attempt to land in front of the building, or are you like flying into its door? Like, what are we doing? 10.
I want to buster bomb up in there. I think that
5.
He's counting down.
yeah, we buster bombing up in there. we giving it the power bomb special.
Okay. Back
Yeah, with
over to Mina Graves.
Really hope we were right, and we don't bust in all
As-
nuns.
As you say that, you see a similar ripple of emotion like wash over his face as he's bringing up his blade, and you can tell there's the willy, like there is like lethal intent behind this thrust as he's coming up. You see the ripple of emotion, and the only thing he's able to speak again is, "Please yield." As the blade is rushing towards you. 10,
Dodge.
9.
No. But I'm going to try and roll out the way.
Perfect.
Dodge.
We're going to call this an acrobatics or dodge, and we're going to call this. We'll have Veln roll, and then we'll see what you need. So let's have Veln roll his attack.
Bad out.
Okay.
He
Okay.
is going to use mastery.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
It was so close. Oh god, this is bad now.
It's gonna be worse. Get a 1.
Oh,
Can't
God.
be worse than
Oh,
mastery.
that's
Still-
still beatable.
still not bad.
It's
Still
still
not
bad.
beatable.
That's okay,
Very
it's okay.
beatable.
Yeah.
With Veln's
Yeah.
bonuses, he does have a +1 because of his weapon training, and he has a situational +2 to what he's doing. So he has a 13. That it means it's a
Still.
14 total. So
Still.
14 total to beat on your acrobatics or dodge, which is a 1.
Acrobatics, I guess.
Let's see it.
Oh my God.
My God.
So what I need from our wonderful dice roller is I need 2 calamities. The first calamity is going to be a comma and them ramming into the door. The second is going to be for Mina Graves and the Veln interaction. So we'll roll for the first one for a comma, and then the closer to 1, the better it is for me, and the worse it is for the party. The closer to 30, the better it is for the party at large. So first for a comma.
Come on.
Get a skill that can reroll calamity. There's gotta be something like that, right?
Oh.
Oh,
God.
That's not
25
terrible.
would
That's
have
terrible.
been. I know. 25
Now,
would have
as a
been better.
bonus to this one, I am going to allow a comma to make a roll with his own magics. So on his Stygian faith, if he can equal or exceed the 18, any negatives that would have been applied by that calamity roll will be ignored.
Something like a put anything on here, Shefson.
This would be effectively an attack roll.
Stygian.
If I could, then,
Ooh.
because it's such a, I want things to go well. I could put a token on this joint.
Are we putting a token?
Yeah, I could do a minor token, one of the minor
Minor
epic
epic.
tokens.
Perfect. All right. In which case, let's see the roll, and then I will flavor in the token.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh,
Now you do
Oh,
have
do
a
you have
proficiency.
anything in Stygian? Oh,
I
was
do
gonna say,
have proficiency. I'll proficiency that thing up.
Let's see it.
Proficiency
Got
that
to.
thing up.
Oh, that's better.
Look at that!
All right.
That's better.
All right.
Okay.
And we have a token to boot, so I will keep that token in mind. But we do need the other calamity for
Yeah.
Velm and Mina Graves.
Can I say one more thing to him, to Velm?
Of
Is
course.
that a possibility? Okay. I want to say to Velm, I will never yield because I know who I am. You think I'm somebody else, but I'm not. I don't think you can say the same thing about yourself. I don't think you know who you are or what you stand for. So if you're gonna kill me, do it. But do it because you mean it. And because you want to.
Noted. Let's see this roll.
Is she right? She right. Oh no.
It's not good, but it could have been worse.
It could
Could've
have been
been
worse.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
there's
still
that
not
four right
good.
there. It's not good.
Akama, as you power this bird into the door, it shatters open and blood goes flying everywhere as the
Oh,
bird isn't able
bird.
to sustain itself through the crashing of those doors, but it breaks into it in this opening moment as you like land in and survey the room with this epic token charging through you. You see like men preparing counter scrolls. All of them are staring at Mina and then turning and starting to like gawk towards you. Blood flows from this dying mount of yours, soaking into these scrolls, rendering them worthless.
Rock 'em.
The other thing you're able to do, the other thing I'm going to have you roll for, is you see a gout of blood from Mina Graves. She's like slinking down kind of like towards her knees. Velm has finished like a lunging strike and rip, and there's like tree bark and sinew and blood and everything that is vital for Mina spewing out of her shoulder. So I'm going to have you roll an additional check. It's going to be a caregiver roll that you will I will be applying the epic token to, but we are looking for above a 12 is
Oh
like
my
the
God.
preferred roll.
I have a 2
Gosh.
caregiver. Would this be something you could put points on?
Yeah,
Like-
you could put an experience in it.
Yeah, let me go ahead and throw my other 2 experience tokens on that.
So
Points
it's
on
gonna
that
be
thing.
so this is ultimately going to be a +5 caregiver. So 2 from the tokens, 2 from your native bonus, 1 from the Light of Thespis.
Mina! No!
Oh
Woo!
Hey,
Oh,
look at that.
yeah!
Yo!
Look at that!
That's what we're talking about!
With
Oh my
that,
God, you saved my life.
Mina, you watch in this moment. Well, actually, one description at a time. So, Thala, Healith, the two of you are, standing next to a comma as all of this is happening. Immediately, you see what you can only guess might have been Kristoff, but he's turned and fled so quickly that you're like, well, if that was him, he's gone now.
Well,
Mina, from your point of view, this happens. You say that last utterance to Velm.
Velm.
As he's stabbing in, you are fairly certain that the blow that was going to pierce your heart was at the last second scraped up across your chest, through this part of your shoulder, up through the collarbone, across the neck, like your right ear gets cut off in this, like up the side of your head, blood everywhere. You still, like, in this moment think it's a pretty lethal blow, but like as you're feeling this pain and this kind of whiteout moment, you just feel all of this coagulate and stick back to you. And it becomes this like sap-like substance all over like your bark and skin and like your shoulder and neck area, and you still fall to the ground and are really confused as it feels like this overflow of like 1 second you're feeling as close to death as you ever have, and the next second you feel clung to life but now covered in your own vital essence. Thala, Akama, and Helith, you watch as Veln like turns to you, turns and leaves, like he's making haste across the room. As like clearly citizens are running in all directions. There's a lot of confusion to like what's going on. And what do you have any interactions that you would partake in? In fact, actually, let's get a perception from the party in all of the craziness. We're going to call this a perception 18.
God damn.
One from everybody. Perception 18. Mina, you are going to be at... you do not get your +4 bonus to this because of your state.
Okay.
Is this what, okay. I didn't even get to answer my question.
I would please very much like to re-roll that, please, with my Found the Pineapple.
Absolutely.
Damn.
So let's see that.
I did not like that roll at all.
Damn, okay. I used mine.
Oh! They call me
Oh,
Mr. 20s. That's
my
my
God.
sponsor for today.
I was gonna say,
That's my sponsor.
In this
You know
moment,
what?
Akama,
even when I was
what you
gonna use, wouldn't have
notice,
worked.
so is running across the room is Veln. It seems odd for him to have retreated so quickly, but you turn your face back to Sequoia, or not Sequoia, I'm sorry, that's what everyone's been calling her. You know her as Mina. You turn back to Mina, and you notice that while she is okay, the flower on her head
Fucking gone.
is
Oh.
It's fucking gone.
Freaking
I
gone.
knew it.
All
Knew
right.
it.
Well, I feel like something needs to be done here.
We gotta get it. So, well, yeah, say
Uh,
something. Because we didn't notice that it's, yeah.
Akama, you're the only one that notices this in the moment, so you may take one action if you would so choose. 10.
I am gonna do the thing that I haven't done before. I'm turning and I'm going after this man.
What do you turn into? Just take me.
Well, in this moment, Akama's he's gonna cut open his hand again,
Oh.
but instead of like throwing it out and like making something, he's gonna like bring it up over his head and pull it down, and then the blood's gonna come out of his hand. It's gonna turn into a mask. The mask is gonna look like a werewolf,
Oh.
and then you see his magic comes over and you see him start to transform into like a werewolf transformation type joint.
His ears begin to elongate. His vertebrae along his spine pops and grows as it seems like for a moment his very rib cage, the very bone structure in his body isn't going to fit within his skin, but just before it would begin to rip, it grows with him as you watch his skin turn to hide. Fur takes its place along his body, and a deep growl begins to just emanate from where Akama stood.
Oh, fucking devil man running after this
And
man.
You watch as Akama takes off after Veln. However,
Oh yeah.
on this cliffhanger, this chase, this is where our session will come to its end. For
That's
the
some
evening.
shit.
Oh my God.
Oh my god!
With Veln currently in possession of the flower that contains the Amethyst Queen, Akama having shown this unseen ability to the party to transform into a monster. He takes chase after Velm. Helith and Thala and Mina will have decisions to make at the start of the next session. But for now, this story has come to an end. I am going to very happily award some points for this session. I truly, truly, truly am happy with everyone's the way they played their characters, the way they portrayed the decision-making processes and everything. So we are going to give a minor epic token to each member of the party, a minor cinematic token to each member of the party, and then for their specific actions in this session, Mina Graves is going to get a medium epic token for the cinematic nature of outdoing 8 counterspell scrolls. So a medium epic token there. And Akama is going to get a medium cinematic token for finally unveiling the missing piece of his character.
Not the missing
On top
piece.
of that, each one of you will be reached out to about some of the changes that your character is going to get, some bonuses that shall be coming your way for each of your mentorships that you have received. However, there is one that I am going to highlight now.
Of course.
Because of the empowered path that Akama chose for by choosing Ogrim, and the decisions he has made earlier in the campaign, Akama is getting a milestone.
He's been waiting
Hey, thank God. I need it. Thank the Lord.
So,
Thank you.
With that,
Still
each
ahead.
of our members is going to have to think about how they can improve and expand their characters, and they're going to have to quickly pick these new perks and abilities that are going to be coming their way, because they're about to have to chase Velm and any other tricks that the Golden City might have, because who knows how bad things can get if they have the Amethyst Queen, Hedera.
Yeah, no.
But to find out all of this, you'll have to rejoin us for the next episode of Cinematic Epic. Whether you've watched us live or you watch us after we air, we thank you so much. You're a part of this process, and it makes it all very worth it. But until we see you on the next session, bye-bye. Bye now. Much like Christoph, we gotta get out. He was out so quickly. He was gone. He was like, "No, I ain't about this life.
Yeah,
Look
I
at these
ain't about to
heroes.
stay here.
I'm out of here."
He tried to
I'm
act
not
like
that
it.
guy.
He was like,
I am not that guy.
"Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to prove it. I gotta go."